So you're a teenager and you want to make £10,000. Now, let me just get one thing clear. It's not going to be fast and it's not going to be easy. So if you're still going to continue watching the video now, then I know you're going to be able to actually make it. Because, yeah, you're actually willing to put the work in, even though you now know it's not going to be fast or easy. And the first thing I want to get started with, I've got like 6 things written down here. Basically, how I'd recommend based on experience to sort of just get started with online business. If you're new to the online business space, then it's going to be really, really useful. If you're in the online business space and you still haven't like made some decent money or anything yet, then it's also going to be very useful as well. Or even if you just want to watch it again, just have a little bit of a rundown. It's going to be useful either way. So first thing I want to mention is building a skill. Now, obviously, here I'm talking about making money online, so it's going to ideally be something to do with making money online. And I think the number one thing I'd probably say I'd recommend as a skill, because it's transferable in so many different ways, is editing. Because editing is so transferable. Literally, like, I've got so many business models in my head right now that I know that use editing. That could be like, it's such a useful skill. And some of those business models is one that I do personally is organic dropshipping. And then there's, paid ads. You're still going to need to know how to edit in a way to be able to put some ads together. And then, YouTube, like if you're doing YouTube shorts, stuff like that, making money from YouTube, you're going to need to edit the videos together. Even like TikTok Creator Fund, I don't know if that's still as big as it was when it kind of all blew up, but either way, you still need editing skills. TikTok affiliate, so many different things need editing skills, and quite a few of them as well need filming skills. But I'd say editing is probably more vastly sort of a wide range of things. So if you're going to learn one skill, even though you're going to have to learn multiple, but if you want to learn one particular skill, then make it editing, because you'll be able to use it in so many different ways. It's a really useful skill. That's exactly what I started with, actually, before I got into organic dropshipping. For it, even started the clothing brand that I used to run. I did editing, literally just editing YouTube videos together, stuff like that. And that was kind of my first skill, and that kind of helped me get started with everything else. So yeah, that's one good skill to learn for sure. And the second one, kind of building on from that, is getting attention. We're in an attention economy right now. I know so many people talk about this, but it's actually really important. There's so many different ways you can monetize attention. Think about Mr. Beast, for example, because this is my example of video, right? Mr. Beast is a billionaire, and the reason he's a billionaire is because he's got attention. He captures the attention of millions of people every single video. Literally every single video of his gets over 10 million views or something like crazy. It might even be like 100 million. But the point is, he makes loads of money because he's got so much attention, and that is so important, because if you can learn how to get attention and you can grab attention of people, you are going to be literally making so much money from it, because it's just so big. Whether you're getting attention to sell people something, whether you're getting attention to earn from for example, what Mr. Beast does, he kind of does a bit of everything. But earning potential, you could sell things to your audience. You could for organic dropshipping, I would sell things to obviously I get attention from videos and then sell the products. But you can also monetize the videos on YouTube, for example. You can get paid for shorts or long form content. You could get paid for showing ads on your videos. There's so many different things you can do with attention. And yeah, that's just another thing that you can get from learning the skill. First of all, editing, filming, etc. You can use that skill to get attention in loads of different ways, and then you can just basically make a bunch of money from it. So that's one other thing that'll help you get to 10k as well, because like I say, it's a lot more possible than you think, right? Getting to 10k, if you know how to edit, if you know how to film, you can go viral and you can get attention. Whatever that may be that you're doing, it's gonna make you money. It's kind of guaranteed at that point, and if you stick with it long enough, it's definitely guaranteed. And then I'd say another thing as well, my third point here, is selling something or keeping people watching. So it's basically the same thing as getting attention. You want to work out what you actually want to do with the attention. So first of all, you might just be starting a niche page, right? You might just be starting a niche Instagram or a niche TikTok. If you're going to start a niche Instagram, I highly recommend it because it gives you so many opportunities, right? Think about, for example, Hype Whip. I don't know if you've seen them before, but it's a massive, massive car account. They've got 6 million followers. If they wanted to sell a product right now, or if they wanted to, I'm pretty sure they've got a community already, but if they want to just drop something right now to sell, they would make hundreds, maybe even millions, hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions, because they have such a big audience and it's a loyal audience as well. So that's why, getting that attention, first of all, even if you don't know what to do with the attention, if you're watching this, you're a beginner, you don't know what you're doing, just start getting attention from somewhere, whether it's a TikTok or an Instagram. I'd say do Instagram, because if you have a primed Instagram account, it's really, really powerful. You're not going to have to do all the manual labor that TikTok account takes. You'll just be able to kind of get, once you've built the Instagram, it's kind of just like a process then of just maintaining, pushing forward. You can repost everything like that. So that's one thing you do. Just build an audience in some niche and, whatever way you want. And then you can literally, even if you haven't decided already, you could decide in the future, do I want to sell something? Do I want to just make money from, obviously, the videos themselves? Obviously, I don't think Instagram actually pay for videos, so if you wanted to do that, then do YouTube. But either way, Instagram, there's so many different things you can do with it still. YouTube, literally all of them, right? Just getting attention is really, really powerful. Now, another one is enjoying the process. So you need to be able to enjoy what you're doing, because, like I said at the start of the video, it's not going to be fast and it's not going to be easy. So if you can't, even if you don't enjoy it at first, just find a way to make the tasks that you need to do fun. And, I've been able to do that with editing, because I already started with editing. I enjoy editing anyway, and I've made it fun. And the same with filming, I've made it fun by just basically getting this sort of dopamine effect from productivity. So I'll do something that's productive, and then I'll get this dopamine effect where I'll feel achieved, I'll feel successful from it, and then that makes me happy, that makes me enjoy it. So that's what you want to do. You want to be sort of obsessed with getting that dopamine that allows you to enjoy the process. Because it's just going to make it so much easier. I think there's a quote, don't quote me on this because I literally don't remember it word for word, but it's something like, the man who enjoys walking will work further than the man who enjoys the destination. And basically what that means is the man who enjoys the process is going to go further than the man who enjoys the destination. Because let's say your goal is to hit a 10k month or something, or to make 10k, hence why you're watching this video, then that's your destination. If you only want that destination, if you only enjoy that destination, then some other guy who literally prefers the process of getting there is going to walk further than you, because he just enjoys what he does. And that's exactly why I'm saying, enjoy the process. Another thing after that, it's like the fifth or sixth point on here. I can't really remember the order, but stick to one thing. Don't be trying everything. And the reason I say learn that skill in the first place, like the editing, is because you've got a choice of all these different things to do, but don't switch between them. If you're going to pick one, then pick one and stick with it. Because if you just constantly keep changing between each one, you're not going to learn anything, and you're just going to end up in this rut where you've tried everything. And then that's when people give up, right? When they've tried everything that's out there, and then they're like, nothing works. I'm not good. I give up. That's it. It's all a lie. It's because you didn't actually put your efforts into one thing. So make sure you're putting your efforts into that one thing and actually doing it, because it's going to take months. It's going to, could take days, could take weeks, could take months, could take years to see some good results from whatever you're doing. But you just got to understand that. Think about, for example, if you wanted to become a doctor, if you wanted to become someone of high status within a job role, then you're gonna have to go to university and stuff for years. Some of these doctors and stuff have to go to university and extra schooling for 7-10 years. Just think, if you don't get results after 2 weeks, do you really think that's worth it? It's gonna take time, so just give it time. That's another thing. And I'd say my other point here is believe it's actually possible, because I know with some things out here now, so many people are like, okay, it is possible. So many people are like, okay, it's not possible. It is possible, right? And, don't quote me on that. If you don't believe me it's possible, then, you can go and watch my other videos and stuff as well. I haven't exactly documented from the start of my journey, but I've been documenting now for quite a little while. And it is possible, right? It's completely possible to make money online, to make good money online as well. like I say, if you actually just put the work in, it's kind of impossible to lose. If you actually like try, it's kind of, you know, once you get that first sale, once you get that first, you know, payout, whatever it is you do, it's gonna give you this little boost, and you're just gonna know that it's actually possible to do it. Because if you can make one sale online, then you can make 100,000 sales online. You know, if you can like get one payout from one viral video, you can make hundreds, thousands of viral videos, and then get hundreds, thousands of payouts. You know what I mean? So there's another thing. It is possible. Just get that like first win, just to prove you to yourself if you still don't believe it. And last one here is be delusional about your dreams. So what I mean by delusional is having big dreams in this modern society seems to be like this delusional thing. You know, so many people think, oh, big dreams, you know, this is crazy, you're delusional, stuff like this, you're mental. Have those delusional dreams, because you know, if someone tells you that your dreams are too big and that they're unachievable or unrealistic, you know those dreams are good. You know those dreams are good because a person saying that to you doesn't believe that you can achieve it because it's such a big dream. So actually believe in yourself and actually be delusional to it. Actually believe that you can achieve this thing, because you know, if you're actually delusional to think, okay, I can make 1 million a month just from being online, you can do it because people are doing it. You know, if someone else can do it, why can't you? So that's my point for this video. Hopefully, you know, you take some value from this. I spoke very fast there. And I'm actually kind of impressed that I didn't mess up once there, because that wasn't really scripted. You know, I've got a few ideas down on a piece of paper here, but I don't really script my videos at all. It's more of just I'll write a few points down and I'll just expand on them as I go. You know, no planning, no pre-planning. It's just all up here. You know, so thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you want to follow more of the journey and you want to see more, then please consider subscribing to the channel. But without further ado, I'm going to end the video here. So hopefully you took some value from this, and I'll see you in the next video.